Welcome to the Prosper Attorney Podcast with Janelle Cremé, your trusted estate planning attorney. Whether you're securing your legacy or protecting your loved ones, Janelle is here to guide you through the essential steps. Stay tuned for expert advice on estate planning, and don't forget, your first consultation is absolutely free.
Ever wondered who'd make decisions if you couldn't speak for yourself? A medical power of attorney lets you pick someone to have your back through tough times. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host / producer, back in the studio with attorney Janelle Cremé. Janelle, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Janelle, what is a medical power of attorney?
That's a really good question. A medical power of attorney is a way for you to choose who's going to make medical decisions for you when you are essentially incapacitated is the legal word, but the real word is when you can't make decisions for yourself. Maybe you are in the middle of surgery. Maybe you're mentally at a point where you can't make good decisions. Maybe you are in a coma, something like that. So who is going to make those decisions when a medical professional needs to have somebody else make them for you because you just cannot make them?
So, do I get to choose anyone, even my dog-loving cousin who faints at the sight of a hospital?
If that's who you think is the best person for you. Usually, if you're married, your spouse is going to be your first choice. The reason I say usually is because sometimes your spouse is already incapacitated. So that would be a reason you might not want to pick your spouse. But usually if you're married, your spouse is going to be the first person. But if you're not married, if you're a single person, that's a really good reason to need a medical power of attorney. Also, as soon as you turn 18, you're not automatically going to have your parents making those decisions for you. So you want to have a medical power of attorney so that doctors can go ask your parents to help you make those medical decisions.
And can my medical decider make me drink green smoothies, or are there boundaries?
There are boundaries. They have to act as if they were you. So they have to make the decisions that you would make. And it would be in your best interest and with your doctor's advice.
If I'm on vacation in the Bahamas, can my medical power of attorney still make decisions, or is it void when I'm on island time?
It's not void. Generally, when you're out of your own state, it's not even country specific. They try and match the local laws of where you are at that time.
Who is eligible to be a medical power of attorney in all seriousness?
That's a really good question. Has to be an adult, a legal adult. So most places that's someone who's 18, and they also have to be mentally competent. And it's usually best to pick somebody who is around you, like where you live or are usually. But generally the main rule is age 18 and legally competent. So.
Can a medical power of attorney be revoked or changed?
Yes, anytime you want, super easy. You can just shred it, but if you've submitted it to like a hospital or something, you would want to notify them this is no longer in effect, it's been revoked.
And how does this document differ from a general power of attorney?
The general power of attorney is generally only for financial things and pretty much anything that's not medical. The main difference between the two is a general financial durable power of attorney can be put in place when you're not incompetent. So you can have that be available at any time. A medical one can only step in place when you are incapacitated.
And when it comes to a medical power of attorney, are there location bounds? Does it have to be someone close to you in your physical vicinity? Or can it be a family member or a friend that's, say, overseas?
It's best to have somebody close to you. Think about how a doctor is going to reach them. So I don't say no, it can't be, but it's probably better not to be. And someone who speaks the same language, that is going to be where you are generally.
Do you have any interesting stories from anyone who has had a medical power of attorney be someone that maybe you wouldn't suspect would be for them?
A lot of people, I find, I work with a lot of families, and a lot of couples like to discuss about their children, how they'll pick one child for their financial and one for their medical, because they know who's going to pull the plug for them or not pull the plug for them. And it's funny how they talk about their own children or that way, including also their grandparents and stuff like that. So it's not always a funny thing, but it is interesting how people talk about their children of, I can't let this kid be my medical power of attorney because they're not going to pull the plug on me.
Love it, Janelle. We'll catch you in the next episode. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks for tuning in to the Prosper Attorney Podcast with Janelle Cremé. Ready to take control of your future? Visit prosperattorney.com or call 469-714-2280. That's 469-714-2280 to schedule your free consultation. Protect what matters most. Your legacy starts here.